And now, the Crypt Keeper of Creepy, the provocative prince of the tweens, the nightmare from Neptune. It's Zabujard!
I'm kind of sick of this laptop. Like it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work anymore, and it's a piece of shit, basically. And it's just broken, kind of, you know. A lot of the keyboard doesn't work, and the screen doesn't work. So a lot of this stuff just doesn't work on it anymore. Maybe I should buy a stupid new computer, I guess. I'm trying to remember what happened to my computer I had as a young man. And I'm pretty sure my parents took it away from me. But I can't exactly remember why or when that happened. And of course, they never gave it back. I think they just threw it away or something. But it wasn't a laptop, it was a normal computer. You know, it was like a big computer thing. But anyways, I can't remember why they took it away. I think maybe after I dropped out of college and I came back to live at their house, I think maybe that's when they took it away. But I can't remember because I didn't write it down. This would have been like 12 years ago or something. But I never got it back. So I don't know what happened to it. And I've had to use I've used laptops ever since. And laptops, they just keep breaking. So I think I should just buy a computer, you know? And it's easier to hit the laptops and punch them, like if you get angry about something. But I think I'm better at not hitting them too much these days. But I did just hit my laptop 2 days ago when I broke the mic on it. So now the mic doesn't work on it as well. So maybe I'll just invest in getting like a normal computer, because those seem to just last longer than laptops for some reason, you know. So I think maybe that's the better idea right now, like a better choice, a better idea. So maybe I'll do that. And I climbed a tree the other day. I didn't climb it, but I did a swing. I made a swing on it. If I'm going to climb a tree, I'm going to need a rope clamp, or a rope biter, or a rope ascender. And an ascender I've been looking at, it's called this Petzl, makes all the good stuff for climbing, Petzl. And some guy recommended the Petzl Emergency and the Petzl Zigzag. And the Petzl Zigzag is a Prusik knot. It's just a zigzag metal thing that catches the rope in such a way that it zigzags. But it's about $200, so I'm probably not going to do that. I've been looking online for a used one, but we will see. Because normally they're about $200, and that's too much. I think I might need a foot ascender. A foot ascender is for walking up the tree if you can't climb it with your hands. And a lot of the trees I've been seeing that are tall, they're so tall that you can't like climb up them with your hands at first. You have to get up with an ascender because you can't reach the first branch. It's too high up. It's like 10 feet up. So maybe I'll get a foot ascender. I think the harness I bought is kind of a piece of dog shit, unfortunately, the harness. So that's unfortunate. But it'll work maybe, so we'll see. Anyways, yeah, so but it's just hard and it's embarrassing to climb the trees if there's a bunch of people around. So that's the hardest part. I'm gonna have to find a wooded spot with not a lot of people, which is harder than you think in the suburbs, I guess, right? And besides that, nothing else really happening. Trying to get a hold of the social office, and I can never get a hold of them. I have to talk to them about stuff, and I can't get a hold of those dumb nigger faggots. And it's always like that. I can't get a hold of the office. And my body feels kind of sore. Even though I try to exercise like every day, and I think I do, my body feels like sore in spots and areas. It could be because maybe I'm not eating nearly enough food, but I'm exercising regardless. That could be what's happening here. I'm not really sure what's happening. Why my body's sore, even though I'm exercising daily and stuff, I think what's happening right now for people over the age of 30, your body is always just rotting and decaying at max speed. So after 30, you kind of realize you have to start exercising, eating well, not doing any bad druggy things and stuff like that, because your body is just falling apart at an astronomical speed, or at least it feels like mine is. And so I'm just trying to keep up with how fast it's falling apart, and I'm doing that by exercising and stuff, but it still feels like the body is just rotting at such an unbelievable speed that it's hard to keep up. I'm starting to get black circles under my eyes. I do take sleeping pills every day, so that could be a reason, and I go to bed at unholy times every single day, like fucking 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 3 in the morning, just really, really late times. There is a syndrome called control the night syndrome. It's people who go to bed at night so that they feel like they have more control over their lives, since they feel like they don't have control over it during the day. You can look it up. People who drink alcohol over the age of 23, 24 are, God bless them, they're American superheroes, they're American treasures, they're national treasures, because drinking alcohol past the age of 25 is just, the hangovers are astronomically bad, and I think deadly in some cases, and I think that they're extremely dangerous to drink over the age of 24. So people who do that, you're American national superheroes, you're secret spies, you're doing God's work on green earth, because I wouldn't want to do that ever, because it's just, the hangovers are so bad. They are unbelievably bad, to the point where I don't want to drink anymore, you know what I mean? Like ever again, basically. I drink like maybe 6 to 12 times per year, I think, around that. And even that's too much, so. And, it's hard to get out of bed before 1:30 p.m. Pretty hard. So I've been getting out of bed at 1:30 p.m. for the last several weeks or months or something like that. And, I don't have much to say. I tried modifying Warcraft 2 yesterday, and it turns out it's just a headache of too much stuff to work to, too much stuff to do just to modify a 35-year-old game, or however old it is. and just a mess to modify the Warcraft 2 game, so I kind of gave up on it. Yeah, because I'd like to make my own real-time strategy game, but whenever I try to do that, it just, all my games kind of seem soulless, and like, I just don't care about them or something. I don't know. Maybe my cartoons look that way too. Maybe people think that I'm soulless because my games are soulless and they are low quality, and maybe people think that my cartoons are, I mean, I don't know. I rush through the cartoons, I rush through the games, I rush through things that I work on. I like to rush through them for some reason. Instead of enjoying the process, I just rush through everything. And I haven't really watched a film in a week or two. The last film I watched was called Strangers with Candy, and it was a really, really funny film, and I gotta watch more. I did finally finish, the anime called Blue Lock Under 20, and Blue Lock is a really great soccer anime, and I finished, it was season 2, or no, season 3, maybe, and it was really good, and yeah, so obviously, no, still single and stuff, and people keep writing that I'm 33 years old in that comment. I think the age doesn't affect me. I could be 2 years old, I could be 99 years old. I still think I would just be acting like a gerish creature. People be like, oh, you're acting like a 1-year-old who's into farts. Oh, you're acting like a 95-year-old man who's into butternut squash. I don't think age seems to penetrate me in any way, because I just feel like I'm acting like I don't know, like some sort of a fucking thing, and I don't think the age really comes into my life at all. Maybe for normies' lives, they'd be like, oh, I'm 30, I'm starting to hit the wall, I need to get a career, I need to get a wife, all my friends are married with children, and I need to buckle down, go to the bar and meet some woman, and court her, and impregnate her and penetrate her. But I'm just kind of shy for all that stuff. I'm kind of too shy for this world, maybe sometimes. That's why if anything good happens in my life, it feels like it's very rare and unexpected and out of left field and crazy. It's out of left field and crazy, and I think probably people reincarnate after this world, maybe, because I think we can never die, because our consciousness is like infinite, and like, I think if we're conscious right now, it's for a reason, like we're part of like we live forever somehow, like we don't die, we live forever. If we die, our consciousness just keeps going in some way, But, that being said, I think I've chosen, and other people have chosen, not to reincarnate anymore here. So I'm going to try to force myself not to reincarnate here, obviously. And, the reason for that, obviously, is just because, I feel like I don't get much out of this realm at all. I like the showers, I like taking showers, but besides that, I think it's probably not worth my time, and not worth a lot of people's time, to be in this dog shit nigger realm, and so that's just kind of how I feel about it right now. I'm sorry if that's crazy. You don't want to reincarnate anymore? Are you crazy? Like, we don't remember how many times we've been here, how many lives we've had, how many hundreds of times we've been here, thousands of times, however many times it's been. I think it's important for people to probably, if they want to choose to not reincarnate here, and you have to force yourself to do that after you die and stuff. And I guess I should try to do more magic spells or some shit, because things aren't quite going, you know? Like, they're not going, you know, they're not going the right way. So I don't really know what else to do. And so, yeah. So I think everything is like in its perfect place sometimes. Like, everything is how it's supposed to be, maybe, kind of. But that could be totally wrong. I could be wrong about that. But what I mean is, like, I think that in some way God, like, kind of helps us in all the time. But, like, I've been thinking of God more now as, like, the universal consciousness of all the creatures and the spirits and, like, everything. Like, everything is God, or at least has a part of God in them, you know? And then if you have a part of God in you, does that make you God too? The answer is kind of, maybe, I don't know. But, like, because we all have God in us, then God's experiencing the world through us, and it's like we're a part of God and we're part of everything, kind of. But at the same time, this realm was probably made by, like, a bloodthirsty God, possibly. Like, I mean, a lower bloodthirsty God, like an inferior one to the Ein Sof main one, you know. And I haven't really been looking at Jewish stuff because it's too confusing, and I've just been chilling and doing whatever, and you know, I'm still alive. It feels like I shouldn't still be alive, but I'm still alive, and I've almost died several times. Maybe I did die, because you could possibly reincarnate when you die into a perpendicular life, maybe through, like, quantum immortality or whatever, if you know about that. Because I did get too drunk when I was 17, and I think I almost died very close to it. Maybe I did die, I don't know. But anyways, it feels like I shouldn't be alive because I'm just always hungry and skinny and thirsty and sore, and I don't do very much. So it's like, why is this guy alive? What's going on? How is he even still alive? But the matter of the fact is that I am still alive, so I must be doing something right, whatever that thing might be. It's kind of amazing that we're still alive because we're always hungry, and, you know, we don't do very much. But at the end of the day, I am technically still alive, and a lot of you guys are still alive, and I am. And you can see that through the podcast that I'm making. You can tell that I'm still speaking, not from the dead, but from not the dead. And so, this guy is functioning high enough to be alive, clearly. And so if that's the case, then that means that I am doing a good enough job at being alive. I think that's true. Everyone's doing a good enough job at being alive if they're still alive, and that's just the fucking nigger fact of the fucking nigger fucking world. That's the fact of the matter. If you're still alive, then you're doing a great job, because you are still alive, and you're doing a great job because you're still here. And you're still queer, get used to it. You're still here, you're still trucking. And I think that's an important thing to take home and to take note of, is that if we're still here, we're still alive, well, that must mean something, that must be for something, and that must lead to something, and you know, I told you guys to talk to God, you just have to look at clocks, because God talks to you through numbers and clocks a lot. And you have to look at everything. You have to look at birthday cards, clocks, numbers, anything that can be coincidental. You need to stare at it, and you need to think about it, and every time I look at a clock, God is talking to me through numbers. He'll tell me 9/11. He'll tell me 3/11. It's my birthday. He'll tell me all these different things through clocks and words and all sorts of shit, you know? And I think that that's great. And, so there you go. And I think you just gotta remember that, just keep on making cartoons, and, if you guys don't make cartoons, you better start. It's never too late to start, because it's never too late to begin. And, if you guys aren't, maybe you guys are musicians, just keep on, doing whatever it is that you're doing. If you guys have your own place, have your own apartment, have your own house, I would recommend making Amazon cardboard box forts that take up entire 15 by 15 rooms. And that's what I would do. I would make a maze of cardboard boxes if I had a free guest room to do that. And you guys are saying, wait, you're a maze? Don't you mean a labyrinth? And you guys are correct. There's a huge difference between a maze and a labyrinth. A maze has no exit, and a labyrinth has an exit. So in this life, is this life a maze, or is this life a labyrinth? I will leave that up for you to decide. And it's never too late to make a cardboard box, maze, fortress, labyrinth creature. And it's never too late to start praying. And you know what? I've been thinking about praying. And I don't know, it might be pointless. And I say that because there's a legend that says that your inner monologue voice is not the real you. It could be an evil you. So then I've been thinking about trying to not think as much as I can and not think in my head and not speak words in my head as much as I can to have an empty head. Will an empty head lead to Alzheimer's? Will an overactive, intrusive thought brain lead to problems? Will it lead to stress? Buddhist monks, they clear their mind, they clear their balls, they clear their head. There's no inner monologue going on. It's just quiet silence. Is that what we should strive for? It's very, very hard to not think in your head and to not talk in your head. To do this, the tips are breathing techniques. Focus on your breathing, and then you won't think about random faggot nigger shit in your head because you're focusing on breathing. That's my tips. Should we be thinking in our heads all the time? Should we not be doing that? I've been doing that my whole life. Maybe it's time to stop thinking once and for all.
Now it's time to have a snuggle with my very best friend in the whole wide world. You. Well, I'm glad you could come over. See you soon. Bye. And the clown jumped over the moon.